What's up, everybody? We are here. I guarantee you there's probably an ad playing right now.
Training our bodies.
Yep. Ad playing. Say it in stuff. I know it's always something. It's an ad. It's got to be something. But an ad for me is a good thing because it kind of helps out a little bit. It gives a little bit of revenue, because that's how YouTubers actually make money, is when an ad plays. I know it sucks, but that's just how it is, y'all. Hopefully everybody is doing okay tonight. I'm doing the same as a reminder. I'm doing the same as last time. I've got my tablet doing the live and a phone so I can actually see the comments. Making it a little bit easier to see the stuff. What's up, Art? Let's see, who else we got in the house today? I know earlier we had Jamie in here earlier. I see Hassan 505 from Indonesia. What's up, Keith? Let's see. Got my phone plugged in down below and everything. What's up, AJ? Thor is actually... What's up, Jonathan? Been wild this week. Thor's actually up there chilling in the front seat. He's fat. He's full. He's happy. He's had him some wet food. Actually got him a good case of 24 cans of wet food from Walmart today, as I call it, Wally World. Let's get into this DOT thing. As I was saying earlier in my videos the other day, had to do Tracy from Wichita, Kansas. Wow. What's up, John? Yeah, I seen all that rain floating up there. Actually, y'all, TF Transport. We'll talk about TF Transport in a little bit. But he mentioned rain going up the coast. He's actually out of Norfolk. And he mentioned rain going up the daggone coast up that way. So, yeah, John, it's probably your way. It caught us a little bit here in Richmond, Virginia. I've been in rain ever since I left Phoenix Tuesday morning. I loaded in Phoenix Tuesday morning, and it has rained every day. It's been... Yes, I did get that wet food for Thor. He was a happy kid. But I couldn't get the DOT inspection done, as I said in one of my other videos, in Missouri, because they said it was going to be minimum 11 hours. So when they gave me the load coming here to Richmond, I actually talked about that in one of my videos, mentioned that, hey, I was coming to Richmond. Was going to work out good because they have 2 TAs here, so I knew between the two TAs, there's one here and another one 2.5 miles down the road, I knew I'm bound to be able to get a DOT inspection done on a truck and trailer, because mine actually expires Tuesday, which is surprising. The company hasn't said anything to me yet. Maybe because some of them actually watch my videos. I've actually heard from the company that, yes, I know some of the dispatchers, one of the dispatchers, while my dispatcher was out, she was out for 2 weeks for COVID, which I didn't find out until like 2 days before she came back to work. That's why she was out. I thought maybe she was on vacation or something. But the guy was mentioning, talking about loading, and we were talking about something else, and then he mentioned something about something, and I mentioned that, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. He's like, I thought your voice sounded familiar. He's like, you're a trash trucker. Like, I subscribed to your channel. Like, oh, cool. He's like, I knew your voice sounded familiar. That Beto is my wife. She's always texting, and she is still at work. She was supposed to get off work at 7. That's why she's not here yet on the stream. And even so, she may not make it in time, because then only living 11 miles from the house, but that 11 miles sometimes take 45 minutes to get home because all around that Atlanta area sucks bad. But see what I mean in some of my previous videos where I talked about, what's up Doug, where I mentioned my brain goes from one subject to another. It's all over the map. That's that ADHD thing. It's hard to stay task focused unless I'm working on a project like the cameras, which I still need to put the camera video together on the cameras that I put up with the 2 terabyte DVR recorder. When I'm in a project like that, or if I'm working on a project at the house, like I actually put up shiplap on my ceiling and put in recessed lighting. Oh, hi baby, you did make it in here. You're in your truck now? Cool. Love you, baby. But on tasks like that, oh, I'm there. I can absolutely stay focused. Like when I did the cameras, I was back up at 8 o'clock that morning. When I stopped at 10:30 at night, I realized I hadn't had a single thing to eat, a cracker or anything, the entire freaking day. From 8 o'clock that morning till I stopped at 10:30 that night to go take a shower, that little mom and pop. I finally realized I hadn't had anything. I mean, nothing to eat, not a peppermint, nothing. Projects like that, I can stay on task, I can stay on focus, but when it comes to everything else, my mind just, it turns to mashed potatoes. It's just mush. But back to the DOT. Let's do Jen Psaki. Let's circle back to that DOT thing. I know I couldn't make it there in Missouri, so when they told me I had a load coming here to Richmond, I knew I'd be good. I knew between the 2 TAs, I'm bound to be able to get one. Got here yesterday morning at 10 a.m. Had a good parking spot. Nope, we can't get to you till tomorrow. They're like, tomorrow's best case scenario. Like, we only have the techs that can do the DOT inspections basically from 8 to 5, and he's already booked up for the day. So they were able to get me in this morning. So I got up, got dressed, went out, double checked my lights. One of them was acting a fool because y'all know I've got all these freaking running lights. I think there's right at 100 lights I have on my truck. And I've heard 2 different stories. I heard versions that no, that is a lie when DOT says if there is a light on your truck, it must work. I've actually also been told by other people that is a lie. You are only required to have a certain amount of lights on your truck, and they cannot write you up for any lights outside of those minimums that you have. But when I have one not working, I get kind of paranoid and I get freaked out, which is why I literally have a bag in my box on the back of the truck with every one of those little 1-inch lights or 3/4-inch lights. I literally have a bag with about 50 left. I bought extras so I could make sure I had plenty, so when one goes out, all I gotta do is snip it, get 3 more solder heat shrink connectors, soldered in, and now I've got another brand new light working. So I went out there and double checked that. Luckily, I never saw anybody. There was a guy who guided me into the shop bay, and I was like, looking around to see if there was anybody else who may be going to work on my truck, because I know a DOT inspection, you really need to get underneath the truck. The Coronado with the running boards all underneath is not the best user-friendly truck. I'm 205, and I have a hard time getting underneath my running boards. This guy, he was pushing about 300. So if my little 205 self, which I consider myself chunky, so I know if I'm 205 and I can barely squeeze underneath my running boards, I knew this guy wasn't going to get in my running boards. So I'm kind of looking around like, is somebody else going to be working on my truck, or is that guy going to be working on my truck? Is so this DOT inspection ought to be a breeze, because he's just going to kind of glance like, no man, it looks good to me. But then all of a sudden, I kept feeling something under the truck, like, man, is there a dude underneath my truck? Because I never saw anybody else go anywhere near my truck. But it felt like somebody was tugging underneath my truck, and I'm like, nah, there's somebody underneath the freaking truck. Finally, I saw somebody come out. What's up, John? Finally, I saw somebody come sliding out under a freaking one of them rollers. I'm like, okay, it was a little old dude. I'm like, so how bad is it? He's like, actually, you're not bad. And he's like, I did find one thing. He's like, you do have an air chamber where the springs broke, so I'm gonna have to replace the air chamber. He's like, that's all I saw was an air chamber. He's like, well, let's go ahead and get the lights and everything else and the horns and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and go through all that. But mechanical underneath the truck, he's like, you got a spring broke on a brake chamber. That's all I can see. Thor is actually in the front seat sleeping. He got his wet food tonight, so he is happy. He's fat. He's full. I bought me a brand new 24 pack when I went to Walmart today, so he's having a great night. He's resting up, so come between 1 and 4, he will be on my butt waking me up. What's up, Charles? Watch the Georgia person. Yeah, it's Georgia people, man. You know us from the South. Get her done. Got a little Larry the Cable Guy. We love to get it done. So luckily that's all I had to do. So, but it was still like $352 for the DOT inspection and change out a brake chamber. But it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Yes, Thor did almost get sat on today. What's up, Jamie? Yeah, Thor is definitely nocturnal. Man, he is definitely nocturnal. Because he woke me up this morning. I'll show y'all what I got. I've actually got to put together a video. I actually need 2 videos to put together. I bought him some play toys. Cheap, inexpensive play toys. $1.97. Can't go wrong with $1.97. Oh, what's up, Thomas? Maryland. Ain't too far away. I'm down here in Richmond. Went to the arts and crafts section and got him some of these. Wife calls them pipe cleaners. They call them striped fuzzy sticks. So I got one of these. I actually cut it in half because he always takes them and dips them in his freaking water dish. Then he comes up, brings them up on me, and drops them on my head or in my face, or drops them on me and wants to play with them on top of me in the middle of the night. For y'all, TF Transport is one of my subscribers. Of course, he's in the chat. He lives in Virginia Beach, him and his wife, Russ and Christina. They actually drove from UT give you a citation or marking inspection. No, actually, they did not. I was just having a DOT inspection done, or annual inspection done here at the T8, because with status requires the DOT inspections every 90 days done on an annual. Okay, we'll say that. They require an annual inspection done quarterly. Not really an annual inspection if you're doing 4 of them a year, but I digress. So luckily they did not mark that on the DOT inspection because they fixed it, replaced it, and then gave me a good clean annual inspection. So now I can turn that in, email that over to the company. But yes, TF Transport, that's it. They actually live in Virginia Beach. In my previous video, they saw that I was going to be here in Richmond. So they drove from Virginia Beach all the way here to Richmond, Virginia, almost 2 hours to freaking see me. So yes, y'all show him some love. He's getting back into trucking. He goes to school in February to get his CDL back. So hey, y'all go show him some love. Like I say, he said he's only got 6 subscribers. Let's help him out. Let's help boost him up. I've got to get on there. He actually just got with me, and actually since we've been on the thing, that's how I've got his, because y'all know my brain is I forgot to get Ruben's freaking, you know, contact information. I forgot to tell Ruben when I met him up in Gary, Indiana at the Petro. I forgot to get his freaking contact information. So, you know, so I put a thing on a comment, but he hasn't emailed me yet with his contact information. So I can get him the pictures, but took pictures. So, Russ, send me the email. Yeah, email me later on, then I'll send you the pictures I had and all. Actually, my phone is actually recording. There's that actually, I'm doing it again, where sometimes I'll use the word actually several freaking times. Okay, it's finished. I was actually, there we go. I was putting together, and it was compiling the video that I just put together where I met Russ and Christina today. Like I say, they drove all the way from Virginia Beach up here to Richmond, almost 2 hours to see me, because my previous video said I would be here this weekend. And I had just got back from Walmart buying fuzzy sticks for Thor. I figured if I get these bright colors, when he takes them and he loses them and he throws them behind the freaking bed or down here in between the bed and the freaking cabinets, they'll be easier to see. So I bought some of these, cut them in half, and when I actually bought, there's that actually again, bought a thing of Walmart chicken. Well, I was putting them in the Ziploc bags, next thing I know, I heard a knock on the door, and I'm like, seeing that already, right before I left to go to Walmart, as soon as I was backing up, I'm like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I saw the guy looking at me. He was walking. Anytime you see somebody walking through the truck stop with a backpack, trying to think of a nice way to say it, and they don't look like a truck driver. Most truck drivers have that look. Generally, they're wanting to ask you for money. Because, you know, everybody knows truck drivers are rich. Well, I mean, we are wealthy. We make so much money that we stay gone 6 to 8 weeks at a time, because we make so much money that we just say, you know, I've got such a good life. I don't want to be home with my family. For some reason, everybody thinks truck drivers are freaking millionaires for some reason. Because as soon as you pull in a lot, here comes somebody running up to your door asking for money. So, and sure enough, that's what a guy did right before I went to Walmart. Come up, ask for money. And of course, go ahead and say it, baby. My baby gives me hell. I opened up my wallet and I gave him the freaking last $6 I had in my wallet, because I try not to keep cash in my wallet. Because if I have cash, I'll spend it. But if I have to use a debit card, I won't use it. I try my dangest to go the cheapest route. My wife knows I am cheap. Thrifty, not cheap, I'm thrifty. The only thing I spend money on is my truck and working at the house. Working on stuff for the house. Yeah, that's right. Because my fuel bill for... Since we talk about fuel bills, I pull up my email for my fuel last week. Let's see. Doo-dah. It's in here somewhere out there. Under updates, maybe? Fleet One. Okay, let's find my Fleet One thing for last Monday was the 4th. So I found my email from the 4th, and it'll have my fuel bill. Yes. So you're exactly right when you're talking about, you know, they think we're made of money. Some of our fuel bills are higher than most people's think. You are absolutely correct. I'm trying to see if it actually has it here. $2,189. $2,189 my fuel bill for the week. So yeah, we're rich, we're loaded. Yeah, we're loaded. That's right, I'm financially conservative. I say the only thing I really spend money on is my house and the truck. And as Catherine will tell everybody, what's up, Brian? Yeah, things are going pretty good. And yeah, I know, I need to learn to just say no. So yes, I did give him the last $6 I had in the wallet. Cause like I say, I generally try not to keep cash. Because I know as long as I don't have cash on me, I won't spend it. I won't spend it. Because if I do have cash, if somebody asks me, generally I try to freaking get it. That's right. Here's where my wifey will throw me under the bus. Go ahead, Kat, throw me under the bus. When was the last time I came home and surprised my wife with perfume and things? It's been a while. It's been at least 6 months or so. Yeah. Yeah. She knows I'm telling the truth. I get bad sometimes because, yeah. Now granted, wow, $21 for McDonald's. Woo! Now, me and Russ and Christina, we were actually talking about these these McDonald's peoples and their, oh, I gotta have all this money. Yeah, woo! Sorry, y'all don't need $21 an hour to work at McDonald's and say, would you like fries with that? And we were talking McDonald's, you don't need a living wage at McDonald's. Fast food restaurants are starter companies. You're not meant to stay there for life and support a family. They're mainly for kids in school, retirees, or parents. Like when I was general manager of the McDonald's in the early to mid 90s, I had, since I was basically the youngest general manager that they had out of the 5 stores, my older managers, you know, they did the schedule and all. Well, they had older people who were older than me who had kids in school because my kids were still young. They had older kids in school. They just wanted something just to pass the time of day, you know, while the kids are in school. Something they can go do a couple hours, get a couple extra bucks, and then go home and be home when the kids got out of school. So it's not meant for a living wage to support your family. And there are people who's making far less than that. And I'm sorry, life choices too. Like I've mentioned before, I bought a brand new car. My senior year of high school in 1987, I bought a brand new Buick Skyhawk working at McDonald's for $3.35 an hour. $3.35 an hour. It's all about your life choices. Absolutely, I may offend people, but yes, I am a strong conservative Republican. Actually, more on the conservative side than Republican. I will say I'm a conservative over Republican because you got them big rhinos that are just as spend happy as the freaking Democrats. I believe in fiscal conservative values. I think our government, because I can't go out. We'll use this example. The government will say, you know what? Like in the bill, I think there's $86 billion for amnesty in this new bill. That's right. Let's go, Brandon. I think there's $86 billion in this bill for amnesty. Now, how are they going to pay for all this? Oh, okay. They're going to raise our taxes to pay for it. So let's spend the money, and then we're going to go to basically us working class. We are I guess we would be the employer because we're the ones who pay the federal government. So we're kind of the employer. So that would be like me going out, okay, I'm going to go buy me a brand new freaking car. Now I'm going to go to Status and say, hey, Status, you need to up my pay. You need to pay me more because I just went out and bought me a brand new car. So you need to pay me more. They're going to look at me and tell me to piss off. You can piss off. If you don't like what you're making here, there's plenty of other companies. Go somewhere else and make it. That's kind of what the federal government's doing. They're spending money and then trying to figure out how they're going to pay for it later. No. We don't need to do that. We can't do that. We can't go out and spend money and then say, go tell our employer, hey, you need to pay us more because I just went out and spent money. But I digress. Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand, since I'm like on my tirade jumping off topic here. Yeah, we were talking about the McDonald's and all that. Yeah. So the McDonald's, yeah, them people don't need it. I did it at, you know, brand new car, $335 an hour. Life choices. I didn't go to prom, homecoming. I didn't go to football games, baseball games, while everyone else went. I worked. Yeah, and I don't sit at home and watch cartoons and smoke weed and sit on the couch playing Xbox, eating Cheetos in my mama's basement, expecting my mom and dad to pay all the bills when I'm 30, and I'm still sitting at home waiting on them to pay my bills. Like, come on, Kat, help me out. The movie with Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker with the football guy. Failure to Launch. Movie Failure to Launch, where, you know, he's happy living in his mom's freaking basement. You know, down there, and he's got his room, and he's out working his job. His money's his. He's living a dream, staying home. That's not what life's supposed to be about, y'all. Get out. Get a place of your own. Get out to mom and daddy's house. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go make our own money. Yeah, Kat was actually telling me about that, Keith. Pretty sad. Where are we gonna go after that? You're right. Anyway, back to the DOT and all that, Wally World. So yes, I went to Wally World. I got Thor, some cheap toys, and like I say, for $1.87 or $1.97. A 25 pack, you cut them in half, so now I got 50 for like less than $2. I got 50 play toys. Just cut them in half and bring a half out at a time whenever he loses one. Like, actually, Russ, the one he was playing with earlier today, I haven't seen it since we got back in the truck. I don't know what he did with this, so I guess I need to throw him this new one. Oh dear Lord, y'all gonna have to see this. Is that not just the cutest? I think my Thor bug's trying to tell all y'all something. Thor bug's like, hey, why y'all talking about me? I don't stick my tongue out at y'all. He's like, the heck with you. Thor is funny, y'all. Thor is having him a good old time. He is passed out from all the excitement of meeting some new people today. But yeah, I guess I need to give him his new toy. All right, y'all, turn on my APU for air because it's getting kind of hot in here. So if the noise kicks in that's loud, let me know. Yeah, I know. If I bother Thor, he's going to absolutely decimate me in the middle of the night tonight. He'll be like, oh, okay, so that's how you want to play it, eh? He's like, I got your number. All I have to do is put this down on the ground. He'll get it in the middle of the night, and he'll be on my freaking head tonight. I guarantee it. But yes, I went to Wally World. Got groceries, got him some stuff. Got him his 24 pack of wet canned food. But that's right, Thor for president. Thor is the king of this truck, and he knows it. He's absolutely freaking cool. Yeah. Speaking of that, Russ, I showed Russ and Christina how I woke up this morning, because he had a green one like this that he loves to dip them in his water for some reason. They end up in his water. And I showed them I woke up with the green one in my hair. I was trying to do something with my hair this morning. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, and I pulled out, I had his green thingy where he comes in and drops his toys. I've had this little critter laying there by my neck. I've had this up in my head one time waking up. He brings his toys and he puts them up in my freaking hair, or lays up here right there by my face and wants to play with them right there in my face. Next thing I know, I'm feeling feeling his foot kick me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then I come to find out, it's Thor. He's got his toys playing on me. And actually, he's watching me now. He watched me just drop his toy down here. So he's like, dun-up, dun-up. But Thor's one of those cats, he loves to take, yeah, he's making a nest because this is enough for a mess. But he's one of the cats that'll pick his toys up. He does it at the house. He picks his toy up, and here he comes. He just brought his toy up here on the bed. And as y'all see, I just dropped it on the ground, and it's back up here. So I'll throw it on the ground, and I bet he'll bring it right back up here. Oh. Okay, he made a liar out of me. Oh, nope, here he comes. And as y'all can see, it's in his mouth. He's one of them cats who loves to bring it. What's up, William? He's one of these cats who loves to bring his, from Willacoochee. That sounds like something from Alan Jackson type. But he's one of the cats who loves to take his toys and play with them where he wants to. So he's all the time, we'll see him trot around the house with his toy in his mouth, taking it to where he's ready to play. He is one cool cat. I had to give him credit. He is one cool cat. But the next topic of discussion was the DOT. We had the thingy while they wrote. Oh yeah, I did break down and switch to Rotilla oil. I used to use Rotilla oil, which that'll be in my Walmart video. Hadn't decided yet because I've got 2 videos to put out. I've noticed when I put ones out at 7 o'clock in the morning and then one at 3 o'clock, they don't really get as much views. So I may just put one out tomorrow at 3, then the second one out Tuesday at 3, and then just not make one tomorrow. And use the 2 I got, because I've got one where I actually met Russ and Christina. Like I said, that one just finished compiling all that. Still need to upload it. Then I've got the one of me and going to Walmart and doing what us truck drivers do when we're on a reset. Go get our stuff. But I actually decided to go back to using Shell Rotilla oil. I appreciate that, Jack. But I decided to go back to Shell Rotilla oil because I was using Movo Delvac oil. All right, ladies, if you ladies are in the room, you might want to go la 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 la. The main reason for switching to the Movo Delvac oil is because their Shell Rotilla oil jugs, they're narrow and tall. The Delvac oil jugs, they're shorter and fatter. Shell Rotilla oil has the little spout like my water jug I always refill up for water for Thor. Has the little spout, whereas like a Movo Delvac oil has like a big opening jug. Of course, this is the 2.5 gallon jug. Okay, now here's where y'all ladies might want to think. The reason you would go with a Movo Delvac oil jug, what's up 806, is because everybody knows a truck driver has to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. We don't always have a place to go when we're parked at shippers and receivers. There are actually some of these shipper and receivers that won't let us use the bathroom and don't have porta pots for us. That has happened. So you better have you something to use the bathroom in. So, you know, let's get rude and let's get honest. That's the one thing y'all can say about my channel. I'm honest. I don't care. I'm honest. What would a guy rather use the bathroom in? This or that opening? Call me nuts. But as y'all ladies always say, can you aim for the center of the toilet, please? Why you got to get it all over the seat? So that's one thing you say on the channel. I'm honest, y'all. I don't sugarcoat it. Would you rather hit this or would you rather hit that if you have to use the bathroom? So like I say, y'all, hey, y'all women go la 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 la. We don't want to hear this, but I'm being real. I am being real. That is the one thing that nobody can ever accuse me of, is being a fake channel. Like they say, fake it till you make it. Yeah, just go in the parking lot. That's why a lot of places don't want us trucks out there, because they leave water bottles. They'll use their little 16-ounce water bottles and leave that in the parking lot, nice and yellow, or like what happened at a freaking Flying J in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I parked on the freaking road. Right across from me is another truck. He is literally, he is literally parked. The back of his trailer, he is backed into his parking spot. The back of his trailer is right there at the sidewalk for the Flying J building. Literally, you're looking at the freaking glass windows of the restaurant of the Flying J. So you know, you just keep on walking down the sidewalk and you're in the building. That dude was literally standing out there in between his truck and trailer, peeing on the sidewalk. Or on the parking lot. And every driver knows, you get out in some of these parking lots and it smells awful, especially in the summertime, because it just bakes and bakes and bakes on that freaking ground, and it is awful. That is disgusting. I can't stand a driver that does that mess. And I have seen it where a guy has literally peeing in the fuel aisle. He's getting fuel and he's peeing right there between his truck and trailer in the fuel aisle. Because you know, you're getting fuel beside him and you're like thinking, dude, seriously? Seriously, dude. The bathroom's right there. If you have to run in and use the bathroom first and then come out and get fuel, do that. But that's just so yeah. Yeah, it is brutal, some of the things that we see in some of these lots. So like I say, y'all, I'm honest at this channel. But since I did get me a 2.5 gallon Delvac jug, because I bought the 2.5 gallon jugs, I got tired of the freaking gallon jugs all the time. How you get 2.5 gallons, you get a better freaking value for your money. And I just threw that in the side box, and then once it was finally empty, and I finally, after like 6 months, I finally used 2.5 gallons of oil. Now I got me a jug, and I keep bleaching on the truck. So hey, in between things, you can, when you're on an off ramp, pour it out. Or if you're like I'm on a back row of a truck stop with a ditch back behind me, you go back there and you pour it in the ditch, you throw some bleach in there, you're good to go. Honesty, y'all. Honesty. That's my whole motto, honesty. But I decided to switch back to Shell Rotella, because some of y'all may remember some of you actually voted for me for that Shell Rotella virtual truck show. I actually won that. I tried to tell Justin, because Justin actually promoted me on his channel, but he never actually responded to that. So I actually won $250. Now the rules said a trophy in the rules, but I didn't get a trophy. So I'm curious of whether I should actually email Shell Rotella and say, hey, you know, in the rules it states that the winner of the virtual contest actually gets a trophy also. Do I get a trophy? You gonna mail a trophy? But I have not heard from them. So I'm debating on, do I actually email them back, because they needed my information so they could send the things It was pretty sad, you know. I was hoping maybe I'd get something, you know, saying it, but it was just a little freaking piece of paper. You know, my wife said it'd come in like a FedEx thing or whatever with the check for $250. Just the thing that said, "Congratulations, you won the Shell Rotella Virtual whatever award." That was it. That was it. That's all it said on a freaking piece of paper, like in the middle of the paper. That was it. No trophy, no nothing. I'm like, so you know, I'm kind of wondering, you know, should I do that to say, hey, because that would kind of be cool to have a trophy, kind of something to show for it. I mean, I think that would be absolutely kind of cool. I could say one day, you know, years down the road, I can look back and say, you know, that Coronado may look rough right now, but at one time, you know, back when I'm in my 70s, my Coronado's got duct tape holding pieces together. There's bungee cords holding up the mud flaps and stuff. I can look back and say, you know, way back in the time, I remember when that Coronado out there actually won a virtual truck show. Look, there's a trophy right there. Yes, and John actually did vote for me much. I appreciate that, John. You and several others from Justin's channel. Anytime I was in his lives, they always let me know that y'all voted for me. So yeah, I appreciate y'all people who did vote for me. But it'd just be nice to actually have a trophy shown on one. So I figured, since the truck originally came with Shell, and since Shell actually, even though it was the votes that did it, I still won something through Shell Rotella. So I figured, you know, how about let's go back to Shell Rotella and start using their oil again, and then I'll start promoting their oil. Maybe I get a deal like Justin did, you know, where Shell actually sponsored him for a little bit, gave him a couple oil changes and things. You know, hey, so what? No, the actual, under the rules for it, it said you get $250, a trophy, and 10,000 my reward miles through Shell Rotella. So supposedly you're supposed to get all three. So now I appreciate that, Keith. I remember you saying that. So I just think the trophy would be kind of cool, you know, to have something to show for it. Because granted, the 250, it's gone. Well, we had to use that. Diet Coke, y'all. Jack, my truck is a 2016. It's a Fitzgerald Coronado glider. So it's got a 1996 Detroit motor in it. I actually bought this in October of 2015. So it was pretty cool. It was nice. I'm not one, to be honest. I actually liked the Volvo because the Volvo's had a really good turning radius. But my thing, I had two Volvos before I got this one. But the thing I hated about the Volvo was the Volvo motor. It had that Volvo motor, so nobody could work on the Volvo motor but Volvo because they won't release the rights to the software. So that sucked. But I do miss the turning radius of that Volvo. That Volvo turned so much better than this, but it was only a 60-inch sleeper. Now, granted, the Volvo 780s with the freaking studios, there were like the table and all that. That's nice. And I don't want Justin's Volvo. Granted, hey, it's got a new rebuild. Justin takes care of his trucks. I know it's a good truck. I don't want a Volvo. Even though it does have a Cummins in it. Yeah, it has a Cummins in it. But I never really cared for the... Another thing I liked about the Volvo was the side skirts. Had the side skirts all the way down the sides of it, so that covered up your fuel tanks. To me, that's a lot better, cleaner look when your fuel tanks are covered, which is one thing I like about the Volvo 780s and then the 670s and ones that actually cover the tanks. Then Volvos where the tank covers only go to right there at the door, then it's all wide open behind it. No, I don't like them. But yeah, I hadn't seen that. I saw a notification, but I hadn't looked at just a new video. As y'all can see, Thor is back and forth. he's back and forth playing with his thingy. So see, this is the best $1.97, $87.97 that I have spent, and I get 50 of these bad boys. 50 chances for him to play. He absolutely loves these. He absolutely loves them. Thor for president. Say hey, buddy. But the Coronado, it kind of grew on me because I've always liked the trucks that had all the skirting all the way covering the fuel tanks. One thing, it's a much cleaner looking truck. That's right, playing with the thingy. Keith, ask Cat. Cat will tell you I'm always talking about thingies. Everything to me is a thingy. A thingy, thingy-mabobber, jigama-what. But most things to me are thingies. Until I can remember what it is, it's a thingy. So I use thingy a lot. But I just like the clean look of the side skirts all the way down the truck. All the way back behind the fuel tanks covering that. But since the Coronado actually, that's right, a widget. But since the Coronado actually has the running boards going all the way back to the back quarter fenders and then up, that actually streamlines the look. Even though the fuel tanks are exposed, it looks better. Now, the Coronados that you see where it's got the side skirting, because basically the side skirting, well, the running board is a step also all the way across, but some of them actually stop, just like the Volvo. Some of their panels stop right at the door. Well, the freaking running board stops right there right behind the door. I don't like those. To me, those are, if I'm going to have one with fuel tanks exposed, I love the Coronado because it actually has that. Whatchamacallit, that's right. Because it actually, to me, it just adds to the look. Like I said, I never really liked ones with the fuel tanks exposed, which is kind of the thing about Peterbilt's and KW's long noses. Because all of your aerodynamic trucks basically have their fuel tanks covered up. It's the long hood lives, left lane gang trucks. We're the ones that have the fuel tanks exposed. With us long wheelbase, long nose trucks, we're the ones that have those. Because I had the option to get a better, more aerodynamic truck. But now, come on, let's be real. Once you hit a certain amount of driving years in a truck, it's about status symbol. And if you can't afford a Peterbilt long nose or a KW, you settle for the Freightliner long nose. I mean, I've got this one here was like $155,000 for this one with everything on it. Nevada, if y'all watch Nevada Trucking and Trails, he actually said he's got like 213 in his tractor alone for his Peterbilt. Whew. You got to stay on the road for that. Now, granted, him and his wife team have a great channel, so if y'all don't watch Nevada Trucking and Trails, watch his channel. He's an awesome freaking guy. He just bent his freaking fuel tank, so he's got a new fuel tank that they're repainting and all that. And the master truck, he's gonna paint his visor and his chops on the windows, get them painted to match the truck. Beautiful truck. I mean, beautiful truck. I love his truck. But you know, it's one of them deaf trucks. But he's doing pretty good on fuel mileage and all that. So some trucks you can do it, but I like the older truck like this with the glider motor, the 96, because with this motor here, you can take it to an RV shop. RV shop can work on this motor because it's a Detroit D60. I mean, you got motorhomes with a Detroit D60 in it. So Peterbilt can work on this, Freightliner can work on this, KW can work on a D60. So this motor's easy. Shade tree mechanics can work on a Detroit D60. So it's just easier with this motor here to get lots of other people to work on it. So that's one of the reasons I chose plus the E-Log situation with this motor, with the new E-Log rules, it's based off, actually, you can say the year of the motor. Because they say trucks 2000 or freaking older are E-Log exempt, but it's really the motor. Because this truck is 2016. So this truck shouldn't be E-Log exempt, but because the motor is a 1996, my truck is actually E-Log exempt. But this company requires E-Log, so I'm on E-Log. But if I was to ever get my own authority, legally I could be on paper logs. But I don't do paper. Even when I was on paper logs pulling a tanker, I have a program, software on my laptop, basically the same thing as a paper log. I can just do it on the computer. If DOT needs to see it, here you go, here's my laptop, you can look at it, or I can print you my logs, or since I have internet and all that on my truck, I can email you or fax you my logs right from my laptop. But with my chicken scratch writing, it's easier to actually do it on the computer. You just click on the point, type it in, and you're there. But without all the carbon paper, the hassle, without having the loose leaf bull crap and all that. So one day it'd be nice to actually get back to that, but it is what it is, y'all. Now, as y'all can see, Thor here, he is still just having, he is still having himself a good old time. He got the crazy eye. But this is good. Maybe he will wear himself out so he can sleep tonight. Because if he can sleep tonight, that would be great. Actually, I got stopped a couple times on paper logs with DOT, and as soon as they found out I was on paper, he's like, glider kit? I said, yeah. He's like, have a nice day. I mean, two of them, they didn't even want to see the logs. Because a lot of them really don't want to take the time to have to go through that mess, because then they got to actually calculate it and see. Whereas the E-Log shows in red everything that's not legal. That's what it's made to do. It say, hey, look, you got an issue here. You're in red. This is a problem for you. You shouldn't be doing this. Paper log, they have to manually calculate that. So a lot of them do not want to deal with that. Let's see, in LaGrange, right down the road from us. So a lot of them don't want to mess with the paper log because that's too much calculating and figuring out for them. But now when I was doing it on the laptop, my laptop, it was a paper logbook program, so it showed in red anything that wasn't legal. So I mean, when it told me, you know, it shaded up ahead of time saying, hey, look, you need to have your 30-minute break by this time. Hey, look, your 14's ending on this time. Hey, look, your driving time's ending on this time. It actually showed that in the program. It was called Eclipse Logbook. I actually still have that, but I don't use it because I'm on E-Log, so that sucks. We got Thor Buggins. Thor Buggins is still having him a good old time. He is thoroughly enjoying this. I'm sure I will wake up with this matted up in my freaking hair. I'm waiting to see if he comes after it. He's looking hard. He's like, okay, what do I do? Do I get it? Do I not? Got he! There you go, buddy. And he pulls on the cord and I'll tell you. So see, it's actually cool. Sometimes it's nice to actually have a cat on the truck, because believe it or not, it keeps you from being so lonely. Because being out here for this time, it does keep you lonely, whereas a cat, he's better than a fidget spinner. Because I've got a fidget spinner on the dash. I used to spin freaking a lot. But when you have a cat who lays in your freaking arm all day long, as soon as I was on the phone with wife earlier, and literally, I mean, within 30 seconds of me driving, pulling out, jumped up and plops. He just like falls dead in my freaking arm. Because I usually drive with this arm, because this arm's shifting gears. His arm rests and holds steering wheel. He just walks up, and then just plops his arms over like this on top of the steering wheel and helps me steer. But he's cool. Doug, the cameras are actually still pretty good. Okie dokie, honey. I will, honey. I'm getting back. I'm circling back to it, honey, Miss Jinsaki. But the camera on top of the turbo wing pointing behind me, that one actually went out in 2 days, but I contacted them. They're supposed to be sending me another one. Kat, have I got anything from Amazon back yet? Because they're supposed to be sending it, but then again, you know, I don't know how long it's actually going to take to get it. Because it's actually being shipped straight from China, which is pretty sad. When I ordered these cameras, my wife sent something priority to our accountant and to her daughters. And would you believe, we're talking in Georgia. In Georgia now, same state. Would you believe my cameras came from China quicker, directly straight from China, got to me quicker than the freaking daggone package sent priority to our accountant and to her daughter? That is sad. And our post office wants a raise, but yet they can't get mail promise. You pay for a higher rate for a service. Okay, we're going to have it by this time here, but then they can't guarantee by that time. They tell you, okay, we'll be delivered by this time here, and it gets there 4 days later. But you can't get a refund on, you just paid extra for faster shipping, but they don't freaking get it any faster. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. It's not stupid, it's stupid with a T. Oh, my baby's being funny. She sent me a Jinsaki. We're just gonna have to circle back. My baby's laughing at me. She's sending me a circle back, y'all. Yeah, scumbag. She's a scumbag, y'all. Alright, y'all. I will show y'all a picture. Maybe y'all can see it. This is Russ and Christina. We're gonna throw them under the bus. This is who came to see me today. This Thor, you're all up in my cords, man. Dude. There is, you ain't gonna be able to see it. I guess it's gonna act stupid. Yeah. The camera's not gonna allow you to see it good. You'll just have to wait for the video, I guess, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all Russ and Christina, who actually came here to see me today, but because cameras don't like other camera screens, you know, you have to see them in the video. So I will get that video out. I'll probably put that video out tomorrow and then put the Walmart video out on Tuesday. That way I'm not posting 2 a day, because I know some people get burnt out when you do it like 1 at 7, 1 at 3. Like I said earlier, you don't see as the view count when you do 2 a day. Put 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. So I'm just going to try to knock them on down to doing 1. So I'll put 1. Yeah, I'll do. We'll do them. We'll do actual subscribers coming to meet you for tomorrow at 3 p.m. Then on Tuesday, then we'll put that one. I'm actually here in Richmond, Virginia. 86. Here at the freaking sorry TA, where yesterday, since they couldn't do the DOT inspection, I'm like, okay, well, let's go in there, let's print a freaking TA credit, get us some pies. Yeah, right. Went, use my TA credit, deducts a credit, does not print. Didn't print my coupon. So I'm like, okay, well, this isn't good. So I went and asked the girl, we don't know nothing about the machine. Okay, well, the manager here? We don't have a manager here on afternoon, evening shift on weekends. I'm like, seriously? No manager? Back to Arkansas. Arkansas, where, hey, it's legal for brother and sister to marry. Or you can be like Bill Clinton. You can have cigars and be from Arkansas, right? Then they're like, well, can you call customer service? They call customer service for TA Petro. Guess what? They're closed on weekends. Monday through Friday, I think like 8 to 6 or whatever, or 8 to 5 Central Time, I think it is, with the voicemail set. So I'm hoping they don't give me crap about getting my credit back, because I'm like, hey, look, I'll show you in my phone where y'all took a credit from me. That's right, gotta get that cigar. Where y'all took a credit from me at this TA here, on this day here. It would not work. Your machine wouldn't print it, so I lost a credit. And they're like, now if y'all look on the very next day, on Sunday, you will see I went to the other TA 2.5 miles down the road and printed 1 food coupon and 2 drink refill coupons. 1 for a drink refill today, and 1 for a refill when I get up in the morning and start to head into Richmond to go unload. Boy, Thor's having him a good old time. He is jumping back and forth, knocking down the freaking cords. Let me unplug my charger, which, as you can see, it's shaped very well. That way he will quit knocking and plugging it out. But I had to tell him, I said, look, you know, you'll see at a TA 2.5 miles down the freaking road where I pulled out 2 drink credits and then a food credit to take back to where I'm staying at your other TA so I can use them, because your machine won't print. So hopefully they'll refund me or add that credit back to my account, because hey, we work hard. We buy a boatload of fuel. I usually average, you know, about 17 to 1900 gallons a month at the freaking TA Petros. So by gosh, that credit, I earned it. I want it. I want that freaking credit. So next week, if I need it for parking or showers, or for, man, he is going nuts, y'all. For food, I want my freaking credit back. Now go to Jacksonville Port, I will pick one up for you. You going down there by Talleyrand, William? Jacksonville, Florida Port? We used to load caustic out of the Talleyrand all the time there, Westway. But now it's, I don't think it's Westway, it's something else. Blackwater now, I think. Instead of being Westway, I think it's Blackwater now. I think. But we used to load caustic soda there all the time going up to Brunswick. Oh, that's some good Diet Coke. But just in case, if I couldn't get a freaking refill credit, I'm sure y'all seen We're the Millers with Jennifer Aniston and, come on, Kat, you remember his freaking name, Jason Sudeikis, where they freaking get him and then they take him to Girdlinger, the freaking drug dealer, and they had him bagged over, and then the lady at the thing, coffee, tea, Fresca. Gotta love Frescas. Coffee, tea, Fresca. I like Fresca. That's one of them acquired taste type of drinks. Go Dogs! Had to fill a carb of gas a day, 12 gallons. First gas bought now. That would be nice. To only have to get 12 gallons. That's the first time you buy gas in every month. That would be, that's one of them true office space moments. That'd be great. If I could just not buy gas for my vehicle, that'd be great. Because gas is freaking high, y'all. Man, it's just, and it's bad for us trucks. Like I say, because I know here, doo-dah, doo-dah. Yes, baby, I did say hey to Brian. See, we got my baby here. She's, anytime y'all hear the beedo, that's my wife. That's Kat texting me saying, hey, you need to acknowledge this one. You need to acknowledge that, because she knows sometimes I miss things. So she always likes to bring them to my attention. So she was letting me know, hey, did you say hey to Brian? Guess I did tell Brian hey. I could have sworn I did. If you're here, Brian, I could have sworn I did tell you, hey, but just in case. What's up, Brian? But I'm quite sure I did. Maybe Cat just missed it. That's right, Doug. Most people like Jennifer Aniston. She's out there. She's a left-wing people. She was actually canceling her friends that didn't take the vaccine or whatever. She was kind of, oh, I can't be friends with you if you don't take the vaccine. But she does make good movies. I like her movies. I mean, there's several people that, you know, I just like the movies. Some people are absolutely, I mean, I like The Rock. He's an idiot too, but I like The Rock. Now, will I buy a movie from some of these people? Nope. You take care, 806, drive safe, get on out there and freaking old Bill country. One thing about Arkansas, at least they do have better speed limits in Arkansas, so we know you're going to make some stuff. And we know he's going to have a good time because after all, 806 is not just a steering wheel holder, y'all. He's a one and all, can do it himself. Y'all go check out his channel. He's on Instagram. I know he's on freaking TikTok. He's on freaking YouTube. Y'all check out 806 Driver, y'all. If you ain't subscribed to him, go hit him up, show him some love, y'all. He's a good one too. Actually did get fuel in Michigan. Actually got fuel in. Hey man, you deserve it, man. You got a good channel. Me and my wife still crack up at your daggone TikTok there, 806. We still love that one. Oh shit, I gotta move up. Wife just something about that one cracks her up. She cracks it. We'll watch it over and over. We still love it. We like the little things that make you giggle, y'all. So go check out his channel, y'all. He's got a great channel on all his things. He's funny as, we'll say it, he's funny as hell. I mean, cause that's what we all do. We're out here. Hey, we're all sharing the love to everybody. What's up, Chevy? We all out here trying to share the love for one another. We're all out here trying to make a living. We're all out here busting our butt. We're all out here trying to entertain people because trucking is stressful. And if we don't find something to laugh at, we're going to lose our minds out here. So sometimes you have to do something humorous. You have to laugh at yourself. You have to laugh. Like my wife says, I'm not laughing at you, honey. I'm laughing with you. Wait a minute, but I'm not laughing. So I have to laugh. Otherwise, but I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Otherwise, she'd be telling a lie. So to keep my baby from lying to me, I've got to laugh. Funny how that works, right? They can trick you into saying, maybe I was laughing. But yes, us out here, we've all got to find something to laugh at. That's why I wasn't really keen on the TikTok, because TikTok's basically Chinese-owned, Chinese spyware. But I do have ExpressVPN on my phone. And I've got Bitdefender, so I have two different antivirus softwares. Well, antivirus, Bitdefender, and then ExpressVPN for a VPN to keep my IP address and everything. Any of my online stuff, you know, supposed to be kept secret from all this spyware bullcrap. Yep, Blackwater. Okay, I thought it was. So you know, So I do watch TikTok because TikTok actually has some funny stuff that's hilarious. And sometimes you just need a freaking giggle. I mean, especially truck driver. Well, I mean, like I said, we have a stressful life. We've got to be able to giggle at something. Yo, bud, the back claws, man. See, he is having a darn good time. Well, this little thing right here, which kind of equates to about 10-15 cents, he is having a great time with it. I mean, why buy $5 toys when you can get 50 of these for less than $2? And as y'all seen, he has gotten much pleasure with this thing. Let's see, laced on the trailer bridge. come back here and catch some of them, I don't get booted from TikTok. That's right. Don't get booted with TikTok because TikTok don't care. TikTok's like, man, make fun of a way you want, brother. I'm laced onto trailer bridge and we pull out of there. Okay. Leased onto a trailer bridge, yeah. I've seen their things. Trailer bridge. Containers, right, William? I think trailer bridge is containers, right? I'm trying to think. Are they the 50 or are they mainly 53-foot containers? Now I know. I'm trying to look at some of the comments, y'all, because I know there's some Facebook. Yeah, that's like my brother's son-in-law. He's always in Facebook jail. He's hardcore conservative. He's always in Facebook jail all the freaking time. He actually builds my brother's AR-15s. Brother gets the lowers and all that and gets the kits, and then he drills them all out and puts the AR-15s together for my brother. But he's always in Facebook jail. Of course, now it's not hard to get put in Facebook jail. What's up, TNT? Facebook jail is easy to get put in now. All you have to do is say woo flu. You say woo flu. I mean, they're censoring stuff that doesn't even show anything bad, and then turn around and saying that it's promoting violence. And it's got nothing to do with violence. My wife brought to my attention somebody who's on our Facebook page. They posted a picture that's talking about, even if you're something about standing alone or whatever, and it shows all these people on a sidewalk walking, but then there's like a magnifying glass and it shows this little freaking flower growing up through the sidewalk. So basically it's trying to say, hey, you know, stand tall, stand proud. Basically, even if you know you're going to get freaking trampled on, stand tall and stand proud. That's what the moral of the story was, of that one little flower coming through the sidewalk and showing all these people walking around it. Facebook flagged it as violence. I mean, covered the photo, put the violence warning. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, this is freaking stupid. I mean, how is that violence? So they're really trying to censor people. Like I was telling Russ today, Tom McDonald, YouTube rapper, freaking awesome. He won't sign with a record label. His girlfriend Nova does all his freaking videos. Hardcore freaking conservative rapper from Canada, moved to the United States. Hardcore. He is pro-American. He's freaking awesome. I put a couple of his videos out on my Facebook page before, my Trust Trucker Facebook page. He's freaking cool. So I'm surprised they haven't banned him and gone after him yet, because I mean, he is freaking cool. Oh yeah, Fauci. You can't say anything against Fauci. Everybody looks at Fauci as a freaking god. I mean, I'm just saying. Saw a video of the day. I might have actually posted a video on my Facebook, on the Trust Trucker Facebook page. It's an hour-long video. If I posted it, I think I did. Where it talks about the origins of C-19. We won't say it on the channel. We'll say C-19, or the C word. Woohoo, the woohoo flu. Yeah, Al Gore's algorithms. Al Gore, we won't even get into Al Gore. That dude, he's out there. He's out there like Pluto. Like they say, like the rules for radicals, rules for thee but not for me. That is how these people are. Rules for thee but not for me. You're going to follow these rules, but the first thing we're going to do is make us exempt. Just like the vaccine, first thing they did, make them exempt from the vaccine. All these mandates that they want to put on us, just like Obamacare. The first thing Congress did, they made the exemptions so they don't have to participate in Obamacare. Wait a minute. If it's so great, why did you have to legally try to force everybody on it? If it's so great, everybody ought to be lined up. If the vaccine is so effective, Shouldn't everybody be rushing to go get it? You shouldn't have to force it on somebody if it's so great. So that's the thing about overreach. If things that are so great, free market will take care of itself, and the government shouldn't be picking winners and losers. We'll just say that. The government shouldn't pick winners and losers. Let the free market and capitalists decide what's good, because that's what I like about capitalism. You have a bad product, guess what? You're not going to be in business. Your best bet is to come up with a product that's good. Kind of like a YouTube channel. If your YouTube channel is crap, guess what? No one's going to watch it. So you know what that tells you? Maybe I need to try to improve my channel to get viewers, or maybe I should just get out the business. Maybe that's just not my game. You shouldn't have the government saying, okay, you're going to watch this person. Okay, now you're going to go watch this YouTube channel. You're going to watch this YouTube channel. Nobody would like that. I'd be pissed off if the government told me what YouTube channel I can watch and who I had to watch and who I didn't. You know, you can't go watch this guy, but you need to watch this guy here. But I don't like his content. It doesn't matter what you like his content. We say his content's better, so you need to watch that. But what gives you the right to say his content is better? Maybe me and my idea of what I like and your idea of what you like are two different things. Why can't I just watch what I like? Because we say you should like this, whether you like it or not, you should like it. Because we say so. We don't want that kind of country, y'all. Nobody wants that freaking kind of country. Yeah, and Al Gore loves to fly in his private jets. He gonna tell you need to fly coach, but he's sure not gonna fly coach. Not a chance. Whole lot of do as we say, and that's absolutely right, Doug. As y'all see, Thor still absolutely loves this thing. This cat, he's like Marcus Aurelius in The Gladiator. After he slays and kills the people. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this what you're here for? I'm trying to entertain you people. Which is Thor's doing a pretty good job. So, anyway, y'all, I have rambled on here enough. It is 9:17. I know some of y'all have got to get ready for bed. Some of you gotta get the toofies brushed. Some of you gotta go put the nightgowns on. Some of you gotta go do the other things. If you're home with your spouse, you gotta some of you gotta go feed the kitties. Luckily, this little boy's already been fed. Me, I get to call the wifey because she's been at work all day. She got off after we were already on the live stream, y'all. Appreciate that, Jack. So I'm gonna have to call my wifey so I can speak with my wifey, because I love my wifey, because she's my wifey. Hers my other half. Anyone that knows me, they know I mention it all the time in my comments when I say I'm going home to safety safe. Catherine is my safety safe. She knows when I'm home, I will absolutely crawl. Hey Lynn, how's it going? I appreciate it. Catherine knows when I'm home, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. All I want to do is freaking go up, lay in her lap, and just, I forget all of my stress and my BS bullcrap. She is who I like to be with. I appreciate that, Thomas. But she's never got to worry about me going anywhere. I'm not out here looking for lot lizards. A lot lizards never getting through my freaking door. I've actually paid one time to please go away. Please get away from my freaking truck. Please get away. Like, here you go. Well, can I just have sit in here for a little bit and maybe go? No, here's $20. Please go away. Because that's what I want. Till death do I part. And my wife will tell you, I'm absolutely nuts. And as she says, I'm cray-cray. Like one of the Tyler Perry movies. I can't remember which one it is. Baby, we ain't until death do we part. And I do mean death. Cat's like, was that a good thing or a bad thing? I do mean death. I do not believe in divorce. So, our motto is what every couple should be. Every couple should have this motto. Oh, you pissed? Okay. Oh, you want to leave? Okay. You can leave right onto the other room. You go right on that other room and work your situation out and then come on back in. Which, I'll tell y'all a thing, this is how me and her have it. We may get pissed. We don't really fight. But she got mad at me one time. She took her ass to the other room. I ain't gonna lie. She took her ass to the other room before we moved up there by Atlanta. And she can tell you on here, I waited for a little while. By gosh, I was already in freaking bed. I'm like, I've had enough of this bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna cuss. I said, I had enough of this bullshit. I went in there. I said, get your ass in the bed. Because she was in the bed in the spare room. She's like, no. I picked her up and carried her back to our bedroom. Like, we ain't sleeping in separate rooms overnight. You can go in the other room, calm down. Whatever we got to do, we gonna separate and calm down if we ever get that mad. Which we don't really fight. We really don't. So, but when we did, it was usually over family issues. I'll say that. It was over family issues. Before we moved to Atlanta, which things when we moved to Atlanta, we're away from all that. We don't have that problem anymore. But point is, we weren't going to bed overnight in separate beds. That's how much you should treat your spouse. You should love your spouse enough to not go to bed in a separate bed. Love your spouse. To respect. I picked her up. I carried her back in bed. I said, now we're going to bed. And we did. And we woke up. You wake up fresh and refreshed. You may sleep on facing that way. I may sleep facing this way. But by gosh, we're going to wake up to a new day. So trucking's the same way. You're going to have your bad times. You're going to get frustrated. You may want to freaking take your butt to this side of the sleeper and let your cares and your problems stay on that side of the sleeper. But we're going to wake up to a new day, y'all. So just live life like that. And I appreciate all y'all for coming on here and watching my channel. So we just hope everybody has a nice, safe, blessed night. I appreciate all y'all for coming on here. That's right. Some couples use separate rooms. See, now, I snore a lot, John, because of, I don't know if you make till my nose, one of my sides of my nose is all humped out. I guess I've never officially looked but a deviated septum, but because if I push my nose, I can't breathe. Yes, this side, I can't really breathe out of this nostril hardly at all. So I snore really bad. And Kat knows it. But she loves me anyway, stays. So we do have that coming. Plus we use a sound machine at night, so that helps. Alright. Anyway, y'all, like I say, I hope y'all all had a good, safe, blessed night. I appreciate everybody coming on. Christina and Russ, hey, I appreciate y'all coming up here, all the way up here, 2-hour drive up here to see me. That was cool. I'm glad we got to hang out. It was probably about 2 hours or so. I'm glad we got to hang out for that long. Inside the chair, when I went back in, it really wasn't a good place to try to hang out, so it was just better to hang out here. Because they had half the tables blocked off up there in the freaking Popeyes area. That's the only place they had tables. So it didn't look cool, but I do appreciate y'all for coming over, y'all. That was really cool. That meant a lot. And if anybody else ever happens to see me out, by all means, come up, talk to me. I'll hang out with you. I mean, I'm laid back. I'm cool. What can I say? I'm not a people person for crowds, but small numbers. I'm good with small numbers. Just don't do crowds. Small numbers, I'm good, y'all. Anyway, we'll try this again. I've had a great night, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming on, and we hope everybody has a safe, blessed night, y'all. John, you take care. Everybody else, y'all have a good night, y'all. Peace out.